What's up? Welcome to the Pulse Podcast here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Nate Mullins, Aaron Steyer, Eric Hall. We got the Wizard, Greg Kinn, running the ones and twos, keeping us live. And we are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And also make sure you check out our website, heartofohiosports.com. Guys, it's Super Bowl Monday. It's like the hangover day for everybody.
Reaction Monday, if you will.
Reaction Monday. So we got to talk about this. It was probably one of the best Super Bowl games I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
I think if you talk about like top Super Bowls of all time, I don't know if it's in the top 5.
I don't think it's there. I don't think it's top 5. Top 10,
I would say
yes.
top 10, absolutely, for sure. And you're talking, there's 57 Super Bowls.
Right.
So for that to be a top 10 performance, I think that's pretty,
that's great. Not good. That's great.
Speaks for itself. So, but Eric, before we get into a whole lot of stuff here, you got a giveaway thing, but do you want to get into that now, or you want to wait a little bit?
Sure, let's do that. I let everybody know we do that drawing live on here about 8:30. So
yeah,
if we want to talk a little bit about Punyon Project and do this giveaway.
Absolutely.
I'm cool with that.
So what's going on? What's the update on the Miles for Mutt fundraiser for this week, Eric? What have you been up to?
Just a bunch of running. You know, it's starting to pick up. The training's really starting to pick up. Getting a lot of miles in now. A lot of miles per week. A lot of speed training that really sucks. But the cool thing about all this is being able to meet up with these local shop owners and do all these awesome giveaways.
Right.
I went down and talked to Ryan. I mean, I've been going down to Ryan's shop for years, ever since he opened. I've loved all Ryan's stuff. Punyon Project.
His shop
awesome,
is
amazing place. But I went down there and talked to him. I mean, he's the coolest guy you'll talk to. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, just total cool dude. Real down to earth. But yeah, he donated these 2 glass hearts.
Hell yeah!
And so these are handmade glass.
They're hand. It's all hand blown glass.
Everything that he does in shop.
Yep. And he does all kinds of stuff down there too. Like he makes these marbles is what he started with, or that's what got me started on liking them. These marbles, I don't know, fit in your hand, but just the intricate details that spiral down this marble. If you're looking at it from the top, that thing looks like it just goes way down into this marble.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it is wild to look at. But then just some of the other stuff he can make, like he's got these. You go down there and look at his shop. Some of the stuff that he's got out around his shop.
Right.
He's got these little fingers. Like, they look like straight-up fingers that are all connected with wires at the joints and stuff and just laying out. Those look cool as shit. But just like some of the stuff he can do with glass is just incredible. He posted the other day a shot glass with fish on the side.
I have 2 of those. I have 2 with octopus on the side of them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet.
But then on top of that, all the cool stuff that he makes and sells, he does so much awesome stuff for this community on top of just doing this little giveaway that he's got. That community art shed that he's got out in his parking lot. You bring stuff to him. If you got old school supplies, I mean, how much old school supplies do you have sitting around?
A lot, man.
Take all these pencils and stuff, all this extra paper and stuff, take it down to the Punyon Project. He puts it out in this community art shed, and while during open hours, people can come down to that and basically shop out of that for free. If you need something for your art, if you want to come down and create something, and it's not just art supplies, like he's got toilet paper rolls, all the stuff that if kids want to come down there and do art projects with, just feel free. Come down, take your stuff while he's there. He'll take inventory of what he's got, put more out there. So that's a really cool thing that he does. On Facebook, he does a lot of giveaways on his own.
Yeah.
And he'll get a full-on event going, a full-day scavenger hunt. Like for Easter,
Those are
he
so
had these
cool.
glass eggs that he had hidden all around Tiffin. I mean, how cool is that?
That's sweet.
He posts every 10 minutes a new location, a picture, and you just got to get there before anybody else does and get this egg. So I mean, he does all kinds of awesome stuff for the community.
Yeah, and he is really, I mean, he's one of those guys that's a self-made business in Tiffin. You know, he's started that. He bought that building on his own, and he's put everything that he has into that business. Him and his wife, Monica, they do a great job with that space. And I mean, they've really transformed that space over the years into like this beautiful art gallery. He's got all of his art on display. He's got all the hand-blown glass on display. And I mean, they do art classes where you can actually go in and learn how to blow glass yourself. You can bring your partner in, and you and your partner can go in and take an art
He's got
blowing
specials
class.
for couples
dude.
classes all the time.
It's awesome. Like he does a really good job.
Yeah, it'll teach you how to make not certain things. I don't know if it's certain things during certain times, but you get to go home with whatever you make too. So I mean, you're not just paying for a piece. You're paying to go in and learn how this process works and make this piece on your own and take it home. It's really cool.
So what do you have for us? You said a couple of Valentine's Day hearts.
Yeah, it's Valentine's Day's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So
Wait,
Don't forget, fellas. Don't forget, fellas.
Yeah.
We'll whip something up.
Yeah, there it is. We got the heart, one of the heart pendants right in the middle. And actually, before we spin this, let's talk about the bonus that I added yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Like
There's more?
Cindy Lou's Bakery had a fundraiser for TLC, Transformation Life Center here in Tiffin. It's the homeless shelter here in town. And she made these 4 elaborate cupcakes for Valentine's Day. Nate saw them. Nate wanted them. And
I like cupcakes.
I let everybody else have their way at it.
well, these things they had
as much as I wanted them, I figured I'd just go buy some for myself. I'll let everybody win these. This is a contest on our thing. So
Unfortunately, Nate, they sold out in a half hour. You can't go buy these anymore.
Wait, what?
Half hour.
What? No way! Come on. All right, now hang on a second.
Mr.
I got
Nice Guy
$5
doesn't
here.
always win, man.
I got $5 here.
I'm sorry, Nate.
Mr. Nice Guy doesn't always win.
All right.
So we have 2 sets of those because even though they sold out in a half hour, your boy here got himself 2 boxes of them.
Oh.
Wait. So
we got 2 to give away.
Oh, we got 2 to give away. Well, we
2
can't
to
just
give
keep
away.
one for us.
No, we're giving 2 away.
Wait,
Split
I
it half
told
and
you to
half.
get
Why
in
are
on
we
this,
gonna give
Nate.
both of them away? Why can't we just keep one of
This
them?
is absurd.
4 winners.
Come on, man.
And if one cupcake's missing out of the box when somebody gets it, it's I'd check Nate for frosting. So,
Cut it in half. Mine was both, man.
so I mean, if we're ready, we'll go
All
ahead and
right,
do this
we ready.
giveaway.
Let's
this
do it.
Oh, right
Hey,
there.
they're in
There's
the other room,
cupcakes.
though. So
Look at the cupcakes. Oh, Nate, look at the cupcakes.
Those look really, really good.
They're awesome. Yeah, and they were
And
12.
she
12
worked her ass off. Did you see how many of those boxes there were?
yeah.
That
100
Wow.
boxes, 4 each. That's 400 cupcakes. They were $12 a box. They sold out in a half hour.
Oh,
so
man.
I mean,
Eric,
that for Transformation Life Center. That was, and then
That's so
we
cool.
got in
Wait.
on it, and then all this is going to Humane Society. So
We
I
got,
mean,
we got a question here. Somebody on Facebook wants to know how long the fundraiser lasts till.
How long does the fundraiser last?
well, it's a 14-week event with my training, and we're 3 weeks in. So I'm doing my math. That's 11 weeks left. We'll have 11 more giveaways to do. I've got month and a half more lined up, and then I got some more meetings with some more local places for some more stuff. So, yep, we'll be going another 11 weeks yet.
Nice.
So you ready to spin this?
Let's
Yep.
spin a roost.
Let's spin a
Let's get the
rooster,
first
baby.
winner.
Let's do it. I'm ready
This
to
first
celebrate.
winner. This is for a glass pendant.
I'm ready to blow the roof off.
Oh, that's my mom.
Oh, Mama Bear! She deserves it.
Mama deserves it. That's awesome.
She's gotten in on all 3 weeks so far.
That's
so she
so
finally
cool.
gets herself one.
That's so cool.
Bring it in.
All right,
Let's
can you
go.
get her? Is her name
That
out
is
now?
awesome.
Cha-ching.
Now it's out of the list.
All right, good deal. All right, second glass heart pendant. Here we
All
go.
right, number 2 on the glass heart pendant. I like this because you get to just have another chance at winning
here
something.
we
Even though
go,
you didn't win
and
anything the
it's-
first time.
Anna Petra
Anna!
got herself a heart pendant.
Cha-ching!
That's a nice prize right there, man.
That's very nice. Anna,
So congratulations
Happy
to the 2
Valentine's
heart
Day.
happy
winners.
Valentine's Day.
Both the
That'll look
females. That's
good.
how it should go.
That's how
'Cause
it
if-
should go on
Men, if you
Valentine's
didn't get
Day,
your
yeah.
gift yet, sorry, you ain't in this one.
No
We're
easy
going
way
straight to
out.
Females. Greg,
And
we
then-
got 2 more winners off that wheel.
Oh, we got 2 more to pick yet?
Yep.
Yeah, for the cupcakes, right?
Right. Okay. I'll get it back up here for you.
Cakes and pies.
Cakes
We'll
and
take that
pies.
name
Cakes
out.
and pies.
All right, here we go.
First box of cupcakes.
Greg, type my name in.
Oh.
Sarah, that's my sister. We just giving off to my whole family
Giving
now.
stuff to your whole. Yeah, you're just
Sarah
giving things
Weber,
away to your family.
Cupcakes.
Cha-ching,
That's what we're doing.
All right,
One more. We got one more
That
winner.
makes sense.
Here we go.
Last, but
I got any more
certainly
family
not
I
members
see
up
your
there?
name in there twice. Is that what? Is that why she?
Here we
Kim?
go, and then it's Miss
Mandy
Mandy. Hi,
Heilman.
oh man.
Mandy.
Nice.
All females for Valentine's Day.
That's
If nobody
the way
wants their
it should
cupcakes,
be.
Perfect.
Please
That's the way
donate
it
this
should
way.
be.
If you don't want your cupcakes, please donate this way.
I'll take one. Aaron will take the other.
We'll split one in half.
Split one
However
in
we
half.
want
I'll
it.
be okay with that. Yeah, for sure. I'm good with that. It's a it's a sharing holiday tomorrow anyway.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
for sure. Nicely done. I like that, Eric.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I'm
good deal.
I'm really impressed with how far you've come with this. What, $700 raised?
Yeah, let me pull this up. For that giveaway.
That's 3 weeks in.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
For that giveaway alone, we had 16 entries and raised $125. So we are up to $730 total in 3 weeks. So
incredible.
730.
That's
yeah,
incredible.
I can't thank everybody enough. It's been so awesome, and I mean we got 11 weeks to go, so we can see where this takes us.
That's so cool. And we're raising money for the Humane Society of Seneca County again. Eric is training for the Capital City Half Marathon.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
That'll
April
take place
29th.
April 29th. Eric, how are you coming along in your training though? How's things coming along? man?
It's getting there. I'm starting to get a little more comfortable in these long runs, being able to settle in a little easier.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, like no lie, Papa Joe's, that CBD ointment that I got from Soul. Oh man,
Life-saving stuff.
Oh man, like I go to bed. I finish this run. I go to bed with just my legs just killing, and I know this feeling. I've been, this ain't my first rodeo. I've done
yeah.
this before. I know that feeling when I go to bed, where I know it's gonna hurt worse when I wake up. Stretch, put some Papa Joe's on, go to bed, wake up.
Yeah.
It's like a hangover pill, man. It's awesome. I'm telling you, this
She
stuff's
hooked Cass
amazing.
up with some of it a month or so back, and it was some life-saving
It's
stuff.
incredible,
So,
man.
We're not
I
getting
gotta have
any
that on
younger,
hand.
guys. That kind of stuff. We need that kind of stuff. You
Yeah.
know, like I
Aches
don't know.
and pains are real.
It happens to the best of us, unfortunately. I heard the saying one time: you don't stop playing because you get old. You get old because you stop playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a good way to put it.
And I mean, for the most part, as you get older, you just kind of get more into more of a sedentary lifestyle. And I don't know.
Eric, you got a YouTube?
Eric's defying the odds and breaking the
YouTube?
rust. What do you got
Do
going
I have
on?
a YouTube? No. It's one thing I don't have.
You need to get some kind of.
What about replays? Do you have a YouTube? What do you mean for replays? I'm not sure what you mean.
Yeah,
by
he
that.
wants to watch when you go on a run, or like
Oh.
when you take the
interesting.
dog out for a run or
Give me,
something.
I need a GoPro,
You need a
man.
GoPro,
I'd
yeah.
record all them dog
For
runs.
sure.
I got a little bit of video of me running the last dog. It was a pit bull that I
Yeah, I
almost
saw that,
adopted.
yeah.
I
You
almost
almost
oh,
did?
dude, I still want her. Dude, I still want her, man.
That's so cool.
I can't.
That's what's gonna happen by the end of
can't.
this. You're gonna adopt a dog.
You're going to end up with 3 of them.
I already have 3 dogs.
gonna
That's why
say,
I
he's
ain't trying to
already
take
had
any
Added
three.
to
more.
6, bud.
I ain't trying to take any more home, but if I didn't have 3, that she would have came home with me, man. I wouldn't let anybody get a chance on her. I wouldn't put a video. I'd have been like, all right, sorry, this is our dog of the week, and she's
mine
gone.
now.
She gone. So
My doggy.
yeah, that's Mia. Go out to the Humane Society and you see Mia.
That's cool.
She's been out there a while.
You said she's a
and
pit bull.
She's a pit bull.
Yeah,
and
she
she's
was
a little
beautiful, man.
overweight. But she ran that whole 2 miles with me, man.
Really?
Like it was a
Ran?
It was I jogged the whole time. I didn't walk. I didn't
Nice.
stop and walk. I figured she would. I figured that would be one that we were gonna jog for a good 30 seconds, and we were just gonna walk for 15 minutes. But
Nah, she hung with it, huh?
the 15 minutes was over. We were at 1.75 miles, and she said, "Let's keep going. Let's get to 2." So we ran like 18 minutes, ran 2 miles.
Nice.
So, and if anybody goes out and visits with this dog, she'll be going home because I don't think anybody's even. Nobody had to have taken her out wanting a dog and then taking this dog out and not taking her home. So
Well,
go out and check that dog out, man.
There you go. At the Humane Society of Seneca County.
Name's Mia.
Go check out Mia, the pit bull. As Eric almost fell in love with. Well, he did fall in love with her.
Yep.
Almost took her home. So
I'd love a friend to go adopt her and then go see her all the time.
yeah. So let's talk about the Super Bowl. Let's get into it.
The
'cause
Soupy. Let's do
it. We kind of touched on it. We teased on it, and then we like, all right, let's get into this giveaway. Let's do that. Eric, what is this? What is this dog here? Is that your dog?
No,
Is that
no, that's Mia.
Is that Mia?
That's Mia, man.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah,
She's
man.
beautiful, man.
Okay.
She was
all
wore out.
right.
That was right after the 2 miles.
Look at those eyes.
Oh yeah, those were. What did you just do to me, eyes?
Yeah.
What was that? A
Oh, I bet she
little
loved
overweight.
every minute of it, though.
Oh yeah, dude. She loved being out. She wanted to go see all the people. She wanted to go see all the dogs.
That's so
It was a
cool.
nicer day out. There's lots of dogs out, and she wanted to go see all of them. She does not get along with cats. So.
Yeah.
One dog does.
So let's talk about the Super Bowl itself, and then we got a couple things I want to talk about, like pertaining to the Super Bowl. First of all, man, Jalen Hurts. Can we talk about Jalen Hurts?
He's electric, man. He's electric.
Good Lord, dude.
But I
feel for him, man. Like, the only mistake he made in the game probably cost them the game.
that fumble was everything. That was everything.
Cost them the game. I mean, but dude, he put up one hell of a performance.
Oh, dude, that one pass he had to Dallas Goedert, that was threading the needle to its definition. That was incredible.
Over 300 yards passing, 70 yards on the ground, 4 total touchdowns.
Yep.
Just the one
3 of them
turnover.
rushing.
Wow. Just unbelievable performance.
And with that first rushing touchdown led into the Travis Kelce second touchdown, our over-under member John Sherman
was
hit
awesome.
for 1,100 on Betfred. How about that, man?
Yeah, on that free
Shout
bet,
out John
man.
Sherman.
Well, how,
That's so awesome.
how nice was it that first touchdown didn't count, and then Hurts got to
Yes,
go
that
for
is
that first touchdown?
it, dude. The way
There
it
you
all
go.
happened, he was so.
There you go.
I talked about lifting him up like the game-winning kicker when it hit.
Yeah, he got lucky on that one. But
Yeah.
hey,
I had a bet in for
That's what it
Kelsey
takes.
and Gainwell anytime, so they took Gainwell's touchdown away. I wasn't too happy about it.
but no, you know, Jalen Hurts, you feel bad for him. I saw somebody's comment and said they should have pulled him and then put in Minshew to work for Alabama. I was like, oh, man.
Oh, no. I don't think Gardner's Tua, man. I don't think Gardner and Tua
Oh,
are the
that's
same.
horrible. But no, I mean, on the other side of the field, you had Pat Mahomes, who was just an absolute
Yeah,
dog.
that's
Like,
where my money was, man.
absolute
I was,
Dog.
Preached
Going
it,
into that game, he
preached
had that high ankle sprain, and everybody saying, "Oh, he's fine. He's
Yeah,
great
not
week
so
of
sure that
practice,
Yeah.
100%."
Not so sure that was
I'm
high
like,
ankle,
yeah,
but
dude,
you know,
something was wrong with him.
yeah, he's definitely a gimp.
He
There's so many
definitely-
people accusing him of faking.
no, he wasn't.
There was no
He
faking
wasn't
going on.
faking it, but no, I'm not so sure that was high ankle sprain because you're usually out for a month from that.
Yeah, definitely something with his ankle.
Something around the ankle area.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the ankle, whether it was like the tendons around the ankle, like the high ankle sprain. That's what
and
that
then
is,
when
essentially.
you get to the Super Bowl, they're so under the covers with all of
Mm-hmm.
the details of anything because they don't want anyone taking extra shots at certain parts of the area. But
Wouldn't
like-
surprise me if he had surgery.
no,
weeks,
no,
you know?
absolutely not.
Like
He
Bill
was
Belichick's
probably
just
so. They probably had so many different shots in that ankle.
For sure. But 5 years as a starter, 5 AFC championship games,
Incredible.
Just
2-1
sick.
record in the Super Bowl.
Mahomes magic.
Sick.
That's, I mean, the dude's 27 years old.
Yep.
Already
gross.
being talked about in conversations of one of the best of all time.
I know Joey's in the comments, so I know he's watching. I know he's still super sore about this one. He stormed out as soon as the game was over last night.
Man.
It resembled the Buckeyes game ending.
It's just, after a while, you know, it's like, all right, I hated Tom Brady at first. But after you watch him so many times and you watch him just keep winning and keep,
Yeah.
it's like, all right, you almost have to respect what he's doing.
Oh,
respect
there's
it, but I
definitely
don't
respect.
like it.
I've never disliked Patty Mahomes. Everyone blames the hatred for his brother Jackson. They are not the same person.
Nah.
Yeah, you know how many people you
Nah.
know where their siblings are totally different than one another?
Right.
Like they're totally different people. Jackson's a dweeb, and I'll be the first to say it, but you can't hold that on Patty. Patty is a savage when he
Exactly.
puts that helmet on. A savage.
And that's,
He wins, period. Point blank, he wins.
I don't get the hate behind the guy just because of his brother or
Yeah.
his girlfriend or his wife or
Right,
whatever.
right.
You know, like, come on, man, let the guy just do what he does.
Right, he's the one that puts himself around him, so whatever.
Well, I mean, his brother is not
You
going to.
got no choice there, yeah.
Yeah, his
I did, dude. There was a post-game interview going on with Patty. I can't remember what channel was doing it, but Jackson was in the background doing a stupid-ass TikTok, and I was like, my money was on the Chiefs, so I was so happy to see him win, but I was like, this is why no one wanted to see this happen. This is the reason.
Oh, man. But then you got Andy Reid.
Hell of a coach, point blank.
One of the
2
best.
out of the last 4 Super Bowls.
Love
Yeah,
cheeseburger
that's
Andy,
one of the
man.
best, man.
For him, it's like vindication, especially because he gets to win over Philadelphia in the Super Bowl, the team that fired him.
Yeah.
You know,
Couldn't
to
never
lead
get,
him to
he
the
could
job.
never finish the job there.
Yeah.
He went to one, couldn't never get it.
Ah,
Had some squads to do it too.
For sure.
Donovan
T.O.
McNabb,
Donovan
man.
and T.O.
Brian Dawkins, Brian Westbrook.
I mean, remember T.O. playing on a broken ankle? You remember? I mean, people talking about Pat Mahomes
going
on
for
one
like
leg, bro.
140 yards on that broken ankle.
T.O. had like 10 catches, 140 on a bum leg. Dude.
That's about how many Patty had.
But yeah, I feel, it's a good story for Andy Reid. Obviously, Pat Mahomes is going to have a lot of confidence. This Chiefs team is going to have a lot of confidence going into the offseason.
Oh yeah,
and they're going to be pretty much intact going into next year.
they're still going to be a wagon, man. They're still going to be one to reckon with.
They really didn't load up on one-year contracts like the Eagles
No.
did. The Eagles are going to look a lot different next
And
year.
they're without a doubt,
lot different
without a
next
doubt. But as far as the Chiefs go, it really is a situation where it doesn't matter who you have around Patty and Kelsey. You have that core nuclear right there in them two. You're gonna make it work,
Dude, for real. And with those two, it's probably one of the best combos
that we've ever seen.
that we've seen. I mean,
Ever.
Brady and Gronk.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that combination.
I
almost think that it's
more,
better.
I think it's more lethal than that.
because Mahomes is
They've been
so
doing
much
it
more
long.
athletic, for one.
Yeah.
And I think Kelsey's even more athletic
Yeah,
than
he's
Gronk.
better.
And
He's
they've
better than
been,
Gronk.
as a core, they've been doing it longer than Brady and Gronk did. It was like
That's unreal to believe.
it's like
man.
it was like a 5-year run that Brady and Gronk had. Truly,
That's crazy. There are people talking before yesterday's game that might be Jason Kelsey's last game.
Yeah.
If they won the Super
That
Bowl.
was the one bad part about yesterday. I loved seeing Joey walk out with his head down.
Yeah.
But Jason Kelsey's a hell of a guy. I didn't want to see him like that.
Did you see his?
I didn't want to see him.
Did you see his quote when he first met up with Travis? The first thing he said.
Fuck you, but congratulations.
Hey man, and Mama Kelsey, did you see the video of her with
she made him cry.
Jason
Yeah,
Kelsey
man,
at the
that
end of the
was
game?
awesome.
That was a great video.
Man, the broadcasters did hit Jason so damn dirty though when they Travis scored the first or second touchdown.
And they showed him
They
eating.
showed Jason on the bench eating a Gatorade, and they're like, and the other Kelsey brother snacking. He was eating a damn protein bar. He wasn't eating a Kit Kat.
Yeah, he's not back here eating wings and
You
shit.
know
I'm
what I
like,
mean?
Well,
They made him sound like a slob on the broadcast. Like, come on, man.
Well, and I can only imagine, okay, like when I saw that and everybody's dogging him for it, I'm thinking like, all right, it's Super Bowl Sunday. That dude probably had nerves all day, probably couldn't eat for shit. And then
Right.
finally you get into the game, you get settled down, you're like, all right,
Now I'm
it's
hungry.
a game.
I'm hungry
It's
as
just
hell.
a game. Now I can finally eat,
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
you get into it, you're feeling good, you're like, all right, I can finally eat something, put something in my gut. And then
sure.
the camera catches you and now all of a sudden I'm a fat guy eating on the side. Like, damn it, what the hell? But yeah.
Speaking of doing somebody dirty, though, what about Terry Bradshaw telling Andy Reid to waddle his ass over there?
I think people are doing Terry dirty, man. I think Terry
Is this
is
the Steelers fan in you saying this?
no. Terry and Andy go
Yes,
so
it
far
is.
back, but that shit was so funny when it first came out.
You're not gonna sit here and tell me that Terry Bradshaw is the same Terry Bradshaw that he's been, and that his ass should
No,
still
he's
be on TV this
senile.
much, and that he should be doing the interview at the end of the fucking Super Bowl.
Definitely shouldn't be.
Get out of here,
He
bro.
definitely shouldn't be. I never once said that.
No, but I agree. He's a good character. You keep him on TV. That's
Oh,
fine.
yeah, I love
he
that.
should
I
not
love
be
him on
doing that.
TV.
All
He
I'm
should not be
saying- All I'm saying is Andy Reid didn't take that to heart. Terry and Andy Reid definitely
No,
have a
yeah,
relationship
yeah.
there where he can say, "Get waddle
Right.
over here, you little
Yeah,
big man." You know,
You can tell that Reed
Well, and
wasn't
then
bothered by it.
Yeah, and then he when he called him an old man or something, then he said, we're both the same way. So
Yeah,
he
yeah.
kind of threw it out there.
You're,
that-
you're not going to get an argue out of me when saying Terry Bradshaw and Lee Corso should be not on TV.
Yeah, they're fantastic to watch.
But it is, like I said, it's kind of like watching Weekend at Bernie's with those two.
Oh yeah, dude. There's
yeah.
one at one point.
It's like they're
at
just
one
propping
point,
him up, like,
Terry Bradshaw,
hey.
he froze and just went like this while somebody else was talking. And I pointed him out and I go, "Look, he forgot where he is. He forgot where he is."
Dude, I'm pretty sure. No. I'm pretty sure that before they went to that cooking show, they're like, all right, now here's the next chef. Blah 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 show for you. I've seen Terry like already starting to like take his clothes off. Like, I'm like, oh, we off the cameras now, Jesus.
That's fantastic.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's good. What about what do you guys think about the playing surface?
awful, man.
Definitely
What
looked
the
like a
hell was
skating
that?
rink. So
God.
I don't really understand what I heard.
So it's
it
an
was-
indoor stadium
it was
with a-
Oklahoma,
with a field?
The field was treated by Oklahoma State
It
though.
was a
Why?
special,
It's
it
in
was a special
Arizona.
grant.
No. This field was grown in Arizona for 2 years.
Okay.
By some 90-year-old man. Look this up. I heard this on the radio today. Some 90-year-old man grew this for 2 years, and it cost $600,000. They rolled it out a month or so before and was putting sunlight on it.
Were the Cardinals playing on this all year?
No, this was made for the Super Bowl.
What the hell?
Only for the Super Bowl 2 years ago, is what I heard.
Why fix it if it ain't broke?
Well, we need new experts in the field. It's obvious.
Let me.
Dude was 90-some years old. Look that up.
Hey, he might be 90, but
I
don't
we can
remember.
find somebody
I
better
don't remember
now.
what the I had it. Sod Father. Look up Sod Father.
Sod Father.
It's the Sod Father.
Yeah, it's
It's-
just like-
swear to God, it's the Sod Father. Some 93-year-old man.
Dude, yeah, you're right. They totally did.
That
he's
is
94.
awesome.
94.
The Sod Father.
He was 92 when he got the
Nope,
job.
nope. Here it is. This is his name. The God of Sod.
The God
That's
of
what it is.
Sod. I like
George
Sod
Toma.
Father better.
I've seen them both. The
I
I
Sod
thought
like
it was
Father.
the
Sod
Sod
Father
Father. Sod
better.
Father's way
Yeah,
better.
this was affectionately dubbed the Sod Father or the God of Sod. For his
Oh,
legendary-
goes by
go.
both. Goes by both. Love it.
Oh,
Hey,
this
I'm
is
glad
too
I
good.
cashed that 50 out when it was
Yeah,
at
dude,
50.
pardon my take earlier. Totally led me wrong. They were talking about Oklahoma State was treating
Yeah,
it.
I saw the same. I saw an
Okay.
article about it too.
Okay, so I'm not totally crazy there. Yeah.
Huh. That's crazy though. It was just they were skating like the whole game.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah,
Jalen
everybody-
Hurts changed his J's, dude.
All of
Yeah.
them did.
like
All of them
midway
did.
through the
He went-
first
he went
half,
from some
he's like, "Nah,
cold-ass
these
to-
ain't good."
He went from some cold ass 12s to the ones.
Woo!
All of
And they
them.
were
There was-
fresh.
there
dude.
There was
Those
players
ones
on
were
the sidelines
fresh.
just frantically changing cleats.
Yeah.
there was a
and-
quote here. They said it was like playing in a water park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was it? Pacheco tried to do a little stanky leg and was like, whoa.
Yeah.
About tore his ACL doing so.
Just doing a celebration. But yeah, there was,
There's your Sod Father right there.
you know,
There he is.
everybody keeps talking about the Chiefs O-line and how good they were last night and like 0 sacks. And
Yeah.
D-line gave up, D-line had 70 plus sacks in the regular season. But my question is, are they that good or is the field that bad?
That's true.
Because
That
dude,
could've been a
Hassan Reddick
factor.
kept saying like, I turned the corner and then there was no turn in the corner because
Yeah.
he just slipped. So that's a big factor in this game as well.
Do we need that sweater? We all need that.
The
crew
Sod
neck.
Father.
We
That
need
is
that
sweet.
crew neck now.
How do we get that? Like, Greggy, we need to just screenshot that and I'll make a cricket of it.
I'll make
huh?
that.
Yeah,
see
we
what we
can
can
cricket
do.
that.
need
Let's see what we can do.
the Sod Father crew
Yes.
necks now.
Yes. That needs to be like a thing for sure. Because that's sweet.
Dude, that's sweet.
But let's not have him grow any more Super Bowl grass.
Yeah, I like his name. I'm all about the nickname. I'm all
It was a
about
cool
his
idea.
legend.
And it probably wasn't his fault. It wasn't all the paint.
Yeah,
all
they said
so
there was
slippery.
a lot of paint on the field for all the logos and everything. so-
It wasn't just where there was paint though. It was
Yeah.
everywhere. The
Yeah,
whole
they were
field
sliding all
was
over the
shit.
place.
Yeah, it was out the back of the end zone to the 50-yard line, to the
Everywhere.
20-yard line. It was everywhere. Yeah.
Horrible.
Looked like a ice skating rink.
So, what do you think the turning point in that game was? If you had to say out of anything that happened in that game, what was the one thing that kind of turned that game?
So the biggest factor in the game was Jalen Hurts' fumble that resulted in the defensive touchdown. But the turning point in the game itself was Kadarius Toney's punt return, without a doubt.
Yep.
Without a doubt. I had just 1 week off, or 2 weeks, because the last time they played was 2 weeks. I had Kadarius anytime touchdown. I didn't place it. I put it on Juju yesterday instead. And if you remember right,
did
guess
get
who that
one, didn't
holding
you?
call was on the game-winning touchdown? Yeah, it was on Juju. If that egregious hold that completely deserved a pass interference call didn't happen, Juju would have scored.
Man.
Right?
Hey,
Should
look,
have been holding or
Look what I
no?
found here, guys.
Run
You
that.
can
What?
just buy that.
Run that.
Nice.
We can buy it.
I was like, what? It's already on sale somewhere? That's awesome.
There you go, folks.
There we go.
That's why we call him the wizard.
Yeah, we're getting that.
For sure.
That's happening for sure. At least one of us has to get that
Oh,
shirt.
for sure.
I'll put some cricket skills to work.
Eric's like, I'm not buying it. I'll make it. But
I cricket at home.
but yeah. Anything else other than what we just talked about with the Super Bowl? I mean, There's some other stuff that I kind of obviously the halftime show. What'd you guys think about that? Like
halftime show was good, man. I was actually super anxious when Rihanna was that high up in the sky.
Oh,
And that thing she was on was like definitely wobbling.
That thing was
could she be charged with child endangerment because she's pregnant?
Dude, I was thinking that.
No harness, no nothing. I'm like, damn,
she had a
dude,
harness
she's like,
on. She had a harness on.
she?
Oh, did she?
Oh, it was strapped to her back and then connected to the platform.
Oh.
All them dancers had them on. They were on the platform.
Did you guys see the video of the dancer that almost fell?
No.
There was a video of one that took a tumble, and they said that they don't know for sure if they would have actually fell off because they all had those harnesses on. But they said it was not good looking, though.
Yeah, they all had them. I noticed them. It was
Yeah.
hard to pick out because of the baggy ass whatever they were wearing. Trash
Marshmallow?
bags. They're Missy Elliott costumes.
like,
Who was it sent the Kool-Aid man in the group last night? That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was funny. I think
Yeah,
maybe
that was
Tommy, I think.
oh, for sure.
But one thing I will add, one last thing on the game is everyone wanted to preach about that Eagles pass rush.
Yeah.
And I never hesitated to trust that Andy Reid would scheme around that, man. You cannot doubt an offensive mind like Andy Reid.
That jet motion.
And I don't want to hear
Bruh.
I don't want to hear anything about if Eric Bieniemy does end up leaving that they're gonna lose it. It's Andy
Nah,
Reid.
that's Andy
it's
Reid.
not Bieniemy, and you're gonna find
Yeah.
out if he gets a head coaching job and shits the bed because that's probably how it'll go. There's a reason he hasn't gotten a job. You know what I mean? Seriously,
No,
he's
no.
been a candidate for 10 years.
No,
I'm telling you,
that's not it at all. It's
Yeah,
other
no,
reasons.
Yeah, I know. It's evident.
It's other reasons.
We don't have to touch that.
Come on now. But no, that jet motion, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I
dude,
mean, there's
once
there's
they
no
figured
one
that
better,
out,
There's
it
no one
was-
better at turning the 4-yard pass game into the run game for the offense. It's just an incredible offensive mind. Andy Reid is.
man. When he figured that out and they just kept hitting that motion, and it was
Uh-huh.
like, yeah, well, they're in man, so that's not gonna work.
Right.
They're not gonna get over there fast enough.
No, X's and O's,
those
baby.
couple of guys that were just wide open. I'm like, well, yeah, that's just scheming right there, man. Like, that's smart. Andy Reid.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid. Cheeseburger Andy.
Cheeseburger Andy, baby.
So now let's talk top 3 talk.
Top 3 talk.
I love doing top 3 because I feel like that's easiest, you know, like
Yeah.
we got a question from YouTube here. Says, did you guys have any bets on with each other for the game?
This guy did.
With each other, not
each
so
other?
much. With my co-host Joey from the Over Under podcast, we were definitely on opposite sides. So we had bets placed through the Betfred Sports app. They weren't with each other, but you might as well have called them each other as much shit that got talked.
You guys went head to head a little. When you placed opposite bets, you were kind of going head to
So
head.
it's the nowadays betting
Right.
against each other, I'd say, yeah. With legalization being the way, and that's the only way to do it without getting in trouble.
Right.
Well, if you go back and you look at our predictions from a while ago when we tried to predict who would win the Super Bowl at the
Yeah.
beginning of the playoffs, only Austin and I were the ones that got the actual winner right. We didn't get our
Hey, I guessed the right
both
loser.
teams
Big
right.
playoffs,
but-
yeah. I was not on the Chiefs when it come wild card round coming in. Once they got through, I had them for the Bengals game, and then I had them for the Super Bowl. Once they got through that Bills,
Yeah.
it was over for them.
Yeah,
Well-
I did guess the Eagles to lose, so I just guessed it against the Bills.
You did.
Yeah.
You did. That's true. I felt like when Micah Hyde went out for the Bills, it kind of took a lot out of their secondary because they didn't really have
Chiefs
much.
played the Jags in the second round. That's who they had
Yeah.
to go through. They had to ease it, and
But
that's
the
what,
Bills
yeah.
had
No,
to
it
play
was-
the Bengals,
Yeah, that's
and they
right,
didn't
yeah.
have anything to really contain.
Absolutely. The Bills
know what
were
I mean?
actually fraudulent, and I bought into it too much. They
did
they
too.
definitely showed their true
When
colors
Von
the
Miller
last
went
3
down,
games.
when
That was
Micah Hyde
everything.
went
They
down,
need an elite
like,
pass rusher,
dude,
yeah.
They didn't have much after that. So
Matt Milano's a great tackler, but he's not that.
he's Joe Schobert.
Yeah.
But like with more thump. Like that's about it.
Yeah,
Like he just
yeah.
makes tackles 5 yards downfield.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's guys in the league that do that. We've had guys on the Browns that have done
Make
that
a
over the
killing
years.
doing it for a long time, but
Andre Davis made a living for about 5 years a long time ago as middle linebacker, and that's all he did was make tackles 10 yards downfield. Like he'd lead the league in tackles or be close to the lead, but
Yeah, same with DeQuell.
same thing. They're not very good, but they can get a bunch of tackles.
Yeah, he got himself in the Ring of Honor for that.
Yeah. But yeah, now that the Super Bowl is over, we had our first transaction of the off season today.
yeah.
Derek Carr,
Yep.
Gone.
See, smell ya.
bye bye, see ya. They cut his ass. I can't believe. I can believe it. With that contract,
Does he start anywhere next year? I definitely don't think so. I think he's a second.
don't think so?
I think he's Mitch.
I do.
I think he's a Mitch Trubisky.
I don't. I think he's better than Mitch Trubisky.
Where is the room in the league right now for Derek Carr? What team?
The Saints.
You don't think they do?
I think he'd be a good fit with the Saints. I do. I really do. I think he'd be a good fit with the Saints.
The Tampa Bay replacement.
I'd have to go down the list.
The Tampa Bay replacement, maybe.
Tampa Bay would be a good fit too because it's basically like a plug and play.
That's probably the best that I can kind of. Tennessee's there.
Tennessee would be in play, but I don't know. They like Tannehill.
I mean, Washington, you can do what you want there.
Yeah, they're probably gonna be looking for a quarterback in the draft.
Houston's definitely drafting. Indy's definitely drafting. I mean, if you
want they though?
If you want to go,
Indy might be another one.
If you go through past resumes, I mean, as soon as Andrew Luck was out of there, you would go to Phillip Rivers, old guy. If you want to,
Derek Carr seems
Cougars,
like a Jim Irsay
the
kind
Cougar,
of guy,
he goes for the Cougar quarterbacks, you know. Phillip Rivers to who they just.
Matt
Ryan, Carson Wentz before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah. So he definitely goes through the Trailblazers. The gross ones too, and Derek Carr would be the perfect name to add to that.
He
list.
definitely seems like a Jim
early in his
Irsay kind
career
of guy.
for that-
I don't know.
for that spot.
Carr's a little too clean for Irsay, I feel like, because Carr's one of those guys that Irsay, Carr might walk into his office and Irsay's kind of doing a line. And he's like, "Oh shit, like get out of here, stop." He's not one of those guys to be like, "Hey, come on over here, kid."
Yeah, no, for sure. Derek Carr's gonna be like, "You need Jesus, sir."
You didn't see this. Get out of here, Derek. Come on, you're not supposed to see this. Oh man, I wouldn't imply that the owner of the Colts would do anything like that. So.
You don't
He
need
would,
to.
but I was gonna say I don't need to.
He does it himself.
So let's talk top
Can't
three
tell me
talk.
Dan Snyder of Washington's not. No.
Best Super Bowls of all time. We talked about this being a top 10 Super Bowl. How does it rank among the all-time greats, though? What's your top three? If you had to say, these are my top 3 Super Bowls of all time, in no particular order either. You don't have to say 1, 2, or 3. You can just say, these are my 3.
Right. Well, I'll say that the first time that
You
the
have
Giants
6 to pick from.
the first time that the Giants slayed off the Patriots was absolutely everything.
Yep.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
Man. No one saw it coming. It was just such an underdog play that everyone in America was rooting for. It was good to see Brady finally go down. That was badass.
One of the all-time classic plays.
Yeah, the head catch. It's
The
cool.
helmet catch.
I went to Canton the 2 years after, and they had the David Tyree helmet
Yeah.
there in display. And I was
I
like,
heard about that being there.
That was badass to see that. But one of the top one to me that holds true to my heart is Super Bowl 40, man, when Jerome Bettis got his ring. Was it the best game in itself? No, but as a fan to my fandom, seeing Jerome Bettis go back home to Detroit, the hometown, favorite Steeler ever, like that was everything as a kid, man. So that one, and then best game, Super Bowl 43, when the Ben passes Antonio Holmes in the corner.
Ooh,
Beating the Cardinals. That was an incredible throw, if not the best Super Bowl throw of all time, and I will never forget it.
See, you have a different perspective because
You're
you're a
an-
fan
yes.
that's been through Super Bowls in your life.
Right.
Your team has actually won Super Bowls in your life.
Right.
I have never watched my team even make it to
So
a Super Bowl.
obviously,
so
if you do get to see that, that's
that's
gonna hold
be the
true in
number
your
one.
top 3, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I
me,
don't
it's one
blame
and two.
you for saying any of those
But
3
I mean,
choices.
even outside of Steeler fans, a lot of people think that Super Bowl 43 is one of the
That
top
was a
tier
good one.
ones.
They had the Jerome
sure.
Harrison 99 yard.
James Harrison, oh yeah,
Or,
baby.
James, not Jerome.
92,
Jerome Harrison was a Brown. Yeah,
chucking
James
and
Harrison.
lugging and yeah, man, 99 yards to the hizzy. That was incredible.
Another one of those like defining plays in the Super Bowl. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I like all those choices.
Eric, where you got top 3 Super Bowls?
I'm trying to think back to some, and I just can't. Like I've got no memory left. So, one of them I was gonna do was the David Tyree helmet catch game, Brady going down, and I had another one. Oh, the Marshawn Lynch
Okay.
passed the ball.
The
Why did
Seahawks
we
getting their
pass?
ring. Yeah.
So that was a
Yeah.
fantastic game.
Oh, you're
all
talking
the way
about
to
the
end.
year the Patriots won because
Yeah,
of that.
and-
because
and
they didn't run the ball.
Came back,
yeah.
did not hand it to Marshawn Lynch. They
Yeah.
tried passing it through an interception. Game over. That was a fantastic Super Bowl. And I will give my number 3 to a future one whenever the Browns make it there.
Keep waiting, buddy.
All right.
Actually, that probably won't make my top 3 because I'll probably get stomped. So I want to forget it ever happened.
Oh,
Stop.
Why?
We don't talk like that.
We're gonna
Eric.
get there, and we're gonna be happy to be there.
Shout
that's
out
the way
Miami
I'm
Hurricanes,
happy.
baby.
Hey, when we get there next year, and we
Yeah.
win it all, you're gonna be eating crow.
I
Okay.
hope so.
yeah.
All right. And it'll
Cook
taste
it right
good.
here.
It'll taste real good. we'll go catch one of these crows that caws at me every day I walk to work. So yeah.
I'll cook it right here in the studio. I'd love it.
All right, Greggy, you got a top 3 for Super Bowls all time?
Yeah, I got a couple mentions here.
All right.
Obviously, even though I didn't see it, you got to say Super Bowl I because it's the first.
The first,
Like, it starts it all, man. Like, without that, you don't have the Super Bowl, so
but they didn't even
Okay.
call it the Super Bowl then.
it's got to be a classic. I don't care. Super Bowl I.
I don't care. It's the first one.
Obviously, the Giants ending the perfect season, was on my list too.
For sure.
But also to that effect, how about the Dolphins completing the perfect season? That's got to be somewhat memorable, right? I mean, granted, we didn't see any of this stuff,
Yeah, I
but
don't
they're
remember it.
but they're Super Bowls that you got to stand out a little bit. But my personal favorite that I have
Yes.
to pick would be Super Bowl 29 when the 49ers defeated the Chargers.
Oh.
That was the night that I became a fan of NFL football.
Nice.
Oh, I like that, Greggy.
We didn't have our
yeah.
Browns. I was just growing up into that age, and I got to turn on the TV. My parents let me watch the Super Bowl. I watched the Niners kick the crap out of the Chargers, and I was like, that's my team, dog.
That's cool.
Chris Walker on YouTube says Green Bay versus Denver.
That was a
that's
good
classic.
one. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's classic, man.
That was a really
what was
good
that,
one.
97, something like that?
Like, can we-
Yes.
Is that-
Was that the
that where-
helicopter John Elway where
Terrell
he went
Davis?
flying into the end zone, got hit, and went and helicoptered around? Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, that was classic.
He had 2 in a
Pretty sure
row,
that's
didn't
what
he?
it
Am I
was.
reading that TH top comment the right?
He says that was the.
I had the Eagles and my friend had Chiefs, and the winner get to choose a forfeit for the other person, and of course the Chiefs win it at the death.
At the death.
That's what I'm like, what?
Oh. Well. Hopefully that
Choose
turned
a
out okay for you.
Choose a forfeit? What's that mean?
I don't even know what that means.
I think it means.
Hopefully everyone's okay. That's all I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Hopefully
everyone's
everything
okay.
turned out all right. I'm glad they're commenting.
Hey,
though.
TH, I hope everyone's okay.
Appreciate that.
And hopefully you were on the winning. Oh, it says you had the Eagles. Okay, sorry, my man.
So
Couldn't be me.
as far as I'm concerned, man, there's a few of them that really stood out to me. That Giants Patriots one to me was like the most shocking.
That's
wow,
just yeah, man.
I can't believe what I'm watching.
Eli Manning,
This
just
is
your
really
average
happening.
freaking Joe with no superstar talent on the team, really.
And the way that New York defensive line just absolutely decimated that Patriots
JPP
O-line.
was so different, man, and Justin Tuck, and
They just mauled them all
Strahan.
night long. But yeah, that was probably one of my favorites to watch.
I did love Brandon Jacobs on that team too. He was like a 240-pound machine, bro.
Running people
He was like a
over.
fullback, but playing
He
running
was
back.
incredible to watch. I just heard him on the Pat McAfee show a couple weeks ago.
I'm just going off of ones that I've seen. You know, I can't
absolutely.
say
Yes.
that. You know,
That's what I did too. Yeah.
I don't remember the Giants Bills from back in the day because I was 5. You know,
The
like
first
4
one
years
I
old.
ever
Like,
do remember is Tom Brady's first one. I was 6 years old. I remember
Man.
like it was yesterday. Vinatieri hitting the game winner against the Rams, putting Kurt Warner in the dirt.
Oh, man.
I just graduated.
I always remember that just
gross.
because I remember the story about Kurt Warner
Yeah.
bagging groceries the year before he was
Yeah,
playing in the
yeah.
Super Bowl, and I was like, what a story.
Yeah.
They
but-
made a freaking movie about it.
Honestly, the Eagles when they got their championship over the Patriots a few years ago,
Nick Foles, baby.
the Philly
That
special.
was really cool.
That was
BDN.
that was a fun game to watch. It really was. It felt like everybody on the Eagles was just having a blast and just balling out, and they
Yeah.
just had a really good game plan going
Really
into that
fun
game. Really
team, yeah.
confident, you know.
Can we talk about our least favorite Super Bowls?
Yes,
I wanna get
Like,
another
I think that's a good
mention.
topic.
Like any,
But
you know,
nobody-
like that the Ravens took our Super Bowl with the
Yes.
Least favorite Super
Hate 'em.
Bowl.
My least
Hate 'em.
favorite Super Bowl is both of the Ravens Super Bowls. How about that?
Exactly.
Both of them.
Mine was watching.
At least the
Browns Super
Steelers
Bowls.
earned all theirs, man.
Mine was watching Aaron Rodgers, poof, just put his cojones in a freaking wheelbarrow against the Steelers in his only Super Bowl win, man. He just, poof.
Even when they're good games, I can't stand watching the Steelers win Super Bowls. So those would be mine.
Yeah.
I got plenty to
2-1 in
pick
my
from.
lifetime watching him. 2-1.
Hopefully never again.
Honorable mention for a good Super Bowl. Nobody mentioned was the 28-3 comeback.
Yeah.
With the Patriots a few years ago against Matt Ryan. That was fun one to watch.
The only thing I'm gonna miss
checked
about
out.
Tom Brady is saying F Tom Brady every Sunday afternoon, man. I swear.
Yeah, honestly,
I can't believe you guys all forgot the heartwarming story of the Saints winning the Super Bowl after Hurricane Katrina.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that
it
was
a good Super Bowl though. I don't
It was a
remember
good
it.
story.
That was neat, right? That was neat.
The fact that they beat the Colts in the Super Bowl, that was actually a big deal because
Yeah,
you know,
the Colts were a wagon
Yeah,
that year.
go-
Yeah.
I mean, what Peyton lost 2 Super Bowls, didn't he?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he won 2, lost 2. So that was one that he could have went down as a 3 Super Bowl quarterback, but because of Drew
Because
Brees,
that's who Seattle beat.
Yeah.
To get theirs, right? Yeah.
Yep. So it's crazy.
Denver, not Indy,
It's,
but Denver.
yeah, it's just crazy when you think about like all time Super Bowls. Like probably my least favorite Super Bowl over the last few years was, I mean, when you talk about, I don't know, I can't stand the Ravens. So those are the 2 that stick out to me the most.
And then
But-
they beat my Niners. Jerks.
Yeah.
I hated that Super Bowl, bro. I thought it was cool seeing the 2 brothers go head to head in the Super Bowl, though.
Yeah, that was neat.
That's like the ultimate game of Madden against your brother.
But I don't know, man. Like when it comes down
sure.
to worst Super Bowls, it's kind of hard for me to think of like the worst ones because a lot
They're
of
all
the ones
Super Bowls.
recently have been pretty good.
Yeah, the only ones that are bad are the ones that just
Blowouts.
are blowouts.
That's that 13-3 game, the Patriots over the Rams a few years ago. That was probably one of the worst ones I've watched just because
Yeah.
it was so boring. Do you remember that?
Oh,
They
yeah.
ended up cashing out.
Like, that was
Barely. Anybody barely remembers that.
Right? Like I had to dig for that one, and I'm like, oh yeah, there was that one. That one was really boring. I remember that.
Was that the year that the Chiefs fans got mad because they didn't get a chance with the ball in the AFC Championship game?
Oh yeah, yeah, yep.
And they were like, we didn't even get a chance. It's not fair.
Yep. And then 2 years
Dude,
later,
they
they
could
changed
just-
the rule for Josh Allen.
Look at that. That could have been their. That could have been another Super Bowl for the Chiefs right there. Look how close they were. For
Yeah.
Josh Allen, that's hilarious.
I'm excited.
Now, the next thing I got here, top 3 Super Bowl performances. Now, I left this open for you guys to go either halftime performance or athletic performance.
Oh.
So
Oh,
you
now it
can
tells us
do
that.
like
Whoa.
you can go top 3 of your favorite halftime performances of all time, or you can go top 3 of your favorite athletic performances of all time in Super Bowl history.
Really?
Or you can mix and match. I like the idea of, because I've got a few for halftime performances that really stuck out to me.
Here,
Like
you go first then.
like the Prince halftime performance.
2007.
Yeah.
Holy
Prince.
shit! In the rain,
Yeah, you sing
Wow.
Purple Rain in the Rain.
like
You ain't gonna top that.
I'm just saying that was probably one of the most powerful performances I've ever seen on a stage. But
And then we're gonna go Michael Jackson.
Bruno Mars as a Super Bowl halftime performance
That
was
was
probably
pretty
one of
good.
my favorite
That was-
ones.
that was-
Just watching him go from playing the drums to being this like pop singer, and like that's kind of his coming out. Like that was huge. And then I didn't watch Michael Jackson, but that was obviously one of the biggest ones of all time.
Yeah.
But for my personal favorite was obviously last year. I really
That was so
I just
freaking
fucking-
dope,
I
dude.
dug into that. That was so awesome. Like
Last year was the weekend, and I thought that was kind of weak.
No, last year was Dre and 50.
It was
and
everybody,
Eminem.
bro.
Oh, yeah,
Mary J.
yeah.
Blige.
So sick.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome.
They-
in
you
LA,
you
like,
can't-
come on, dude.
you just
Like,
can't
that was the
deny
best
that.
part of it.
You
They were
can't
doing
deny
it in
that star
LA.
power. Star power, man.
Completely
Yeah.
forgot about that, and that's what I think. That's what this one was missing was Rihanna.
I think
did,
that's
collab.
why
Rihanna
everybody
did
was like,
so many.
it's okay.
The only
Rihanna did so many collabs with people.
the only
and I
feature
kept
she had
saying
was
it.
the one she brought in her belly.
Yeah, that's the
Well,
only
she did
guest.
say there was gonna
that's
be a
the only
special
surprise
guest.
she had. But yeah, with all the collabs that she's done, I even said like a little bit into it. So let's bring Jay-Z out for Run This Town, and then that
That's what I
music
said.
came on.
That's
That
what I
music
said on
came
the
on, and I was
podcast.
like,
I
here he
said,
comes.
"Bring Hove out, baby.
Nothing.
Bring Hove out."
Nothing.
No.
Then John was
and then you
screaming,
did an
"Bring
umbrella
Eminem!"
right after it, didn't
John
he?
was saying, "Bring Eminem out and do Monster," but that never happened.
Nope.
Yeah,
And
so
it
many
was kinda
collabs that she could
surprising.
have brought out surprise guests too that just kind of fell flat. But it was still, I mean, still a good performance, and it was I don't know, it was just kind of lackluster.
Yeah, it was. I think that's why everybody thought it was lackluster, though, Eric, is because we were all spoiled last year with that awesome performance.
Yeah.
I mean, you had, 7 different stars last year?
Yeah, it was
Right.
big time.
I mean, that was ridiculous.
It was absurd, dude. I will say, for 3, I'll go in a losing effort. Super Bowl 43, Larry Fitzgerald.
Okay.
Dude, do you remember that? Like prime Fitz, he could score whenever he touched the ball at will.
And we caught that over the middle and took
the
off.
the hands that dude had in his prime, like not even when he was older, the hands but that year specifically, he was on the cover
Yeah.
of Madden, like MVP of the year or of the league, I believe that year.
Yeah.
He was incredible.
Fitz was a monster.
Fitz
especially prime Fitz.
Yes, he was so fun to watch, man. He's a hell of a golfer actually now.
As a Steeler fan, does it kind of pain you that he never played for the Steelers, being that he came from Pitt? He's
Pitt
kind of a Pitt
Panthers.
guy.
I mean, if you want to go that route, you could say the same thing about Dan Marino.
Yeah. And Aaron
Yeah,
Donald.
that doesn't. Nah, I don't
Yeah,
feel
the fact
that.
that he played for one team his whole career makes it
Yeah.
a little easier.
Yeah.
For sure.
A little easier to handle.
I'd agree with
He didn't
that.
just jump around and not come to the Steelers.
So you're going athletic performances of all time.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so. Because
okay.
the one halftime performance I would have threw in there was last year's Dre 50, the whole gang. It was sweet. But Nick Foles' Super Bowl performance in the Philly special, that whole scene,
yeah.
that whole rah-rah, the whole energy that dude brought to it was incredible. Doug Peterson got the wheels rolling. It was just a great coaching effort, but Nick Foles was the one that had to do it on the field, and he sure the hell did. It was fun to watch that one happen.
It was a cool story because, you know, he's an underdog. They adopted that underdog mentality with
Right.
the dog mask and all
Right.
that. You know, and him being the backup to the MVP candidate Carson Wentz, and you know that was a really special ride that year. For that
It
Eagles
truly
team.
was.
But who
And
you
then-
got?
Number one, man, it's got to be. It sucks because I based this off of a play from earlier in the playoff run, but it was Marshawn Lynch's Super Bowl performance the year they won against Denver because he did ball that game, right? But the beast mode run from 2 weeks before the Super Bowl just had like all the momentum in his way.
Dude.
You weren't stopping him after
Anytime he
that.
touched the field the next 3 weeks, you could say he was the best performer of that year. You know what I mean? So
Right. Well, Beast Quake.
yes, it was incredible. So
It was
Marshawn, it made him so cool to everybody.
Did you ever hear the story about how that registered? Like when he scored that touchdown,
was actually
it was
an
so
earthquake,
loud
yeah.
that they when they erupted after he scored that
Yeah.
touchdown, it got so loud that it registered as a small
So,
earthquake.
yeah, and I can't base it off that divisional round touchdown run, but that whole performance to that Super Bowl win takes the cake for me.
No, he was a beast in that Super Bowl
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like he had 2 tutties, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Over
So-
100.
Eric, what do you got? Top 3 performances all time Super Bowl.
I really don't have anything that sticks out. I was gonna list Bruno Mars, and you stole that right off the top. I completely forgot about last year's somehow until you brought that up, and yeah, that's a tough halftime to top.
Well, that's what Rihanna's dealing with.
Yeah. Yeah. Since I can't think of top performances, I want to think the opposite. And watching the Bills lose like 4 out of 5 years in a row, like just be the team to get there, and just like watching those Super Bowls going, all right, this is going to be the year. This is going to be the year they get it, and just not get it. Those stick out to me. I remember those for that reason, because I remember watching going, they can't lose again, right? This can't happen. So that was one of those moments that I remember as a kid.
Yeah.
Just feeling so bad for Bills.
Yeah, like I was
4 years in a
I've
row.
always kind of been that. Like I'll back the Bills. I don't got anything against them. I'm still that way, and so it was just kind of weird. They were like my kind of pseudo team there, where you just watch them
poor
going, "There's no
Bills.
way they got to win this year." Just couldn't do it.
Well, a couple performances that went unmentioned here that are on the top tier list here. I can't believe Rihanna already made the list for one. When you Google best Super Bowl halftime show, she is number 3 right now for some reason.
Yeah, that's recency bias right there.
For sure. It says most memorable though. It doesn't say best. So Katy Perry in 2015,
Oh, left
Damn.
shark.
Yeah.
Left shark. I forgot all about left
the
shark.
big old. I forgot about that too.
I gotta say, for me, on par with Rihanna would have been Beyonce.
Beyonce's on here.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like they're both
But
incredible.
the
had a
most,
lot of
the,
people come out
the
with
never
her, too,
forgotten one, of course, is
Yeah.
the
I
Janet
forgot about
Jackson
it, too.
2000.
JT.
Nate, I watched that with you. I was watching that.
Oh, the titty? Yeah, we
watching
did. We
the
saw the
show
titty
with
together, didn't we?
You. And
We're titty brothers.
We were all we were all sitting there watching that, and everybody's
That's the
still
first titty I ever
talking,
saw.
looking around doing
That's the first
stuff.
titty I ever saw.
Everybody's kind of looking around, and I'm staring at the TV, and I looked around at you guys, and I was like, "Did I just see a titty?"
Oh, man.
Sure did.
That was fantastic. Yeah, that was awesome.
Janet Jackson, Rihanna, Dr. Dre, Snoop, as mentioned,
that was
Beyonce,
the first
and then
titty I
Michael
ever
Jackson
saw.
and Prince. Yeah. Yeah, I was just a young buck, man.
And
So
then,
what would that have been? 04?
That's so funny.
Right? 04?
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was 10.
What about you two guys? No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't
No, I
like
was
you two.
9. I was 9.
Yeah, what about you two?
I'm just kidding. I don't like
Greg,
you
was
two.
that on your list of top 5? Top
Yeah,
3?
sure was. Sure was, buddy.
Sure was, buddy. Sure was.
Buddy.
We don't forget that, he said.
Buddy.
How about for like an accumulated performance in Super Bowls? I want to mention Jerry Rice, my dog Jerry Rice, man.
Oh, straight dog.
He's still got the most touchdown catches in Super Bowl history, doesn't he? Or playoff history,
Yeah,
right?
I think so. J-Lo and Shakira wasn't
crazy.
bad either. J-Lo and Shakira caught with that 2-3 years ago. That wasn't bad.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That wasn't bad.
Yeah, yeah,
There's been a lot of
yeah.
them where in the moment I was like, and then when you think back at them, that was pretty
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. Honestly,
I
I
always
think
thought Jenny on the Block is a bop. I always thought that was like, it's obviously a little girly, but I was like, that is a bop.
oh yeah, you can get down.
Yeah.
It's on my running playlist.
He said, I don't hate.
It's gotta
Austin
It's Eric on
confirmed
the
there.
block.
She said Kelsey is second with 16. Rice has 22.
Double
That's
deuce
crazy
22.
that Kelsey's got 16, man.
Yeah,
Like,
in 5 years.
yeah.
That's unreal.
Insane.
Well, I mean, he played a
Go
little
re-
bit with Alex Smith before that.
Just
so-
go retire. You're done. Get out of here.
Yeah. You know. All right. And then let's see. Greggy, did you have any Super Bowl performances?
Man, just like I said, Beyonce was a good one. It's on par with Rihanna for me, like same quality there.
Right.
Justin Timberlake, Janet Jackson, obviously memorable.
Right.
And then last year's was just like
Dude.
mind blowing. Like I can't believe
Sick.
Eric forgot
So
about last
sick.
year's. It's like the only one I really remember off the top of my head for like the last 10,
I don't know
15
why.
years. Yeah, it was so dope.
Now, what about the commercials, guys? Did you watch any of the commercials yesterday?
I mean,
most of 'em.
That Tubi one.
Yeah, Joey mentioned that
if he's still
earlier.
tuned in here, Buddy
Dude.
was irate at our
Oh,
watch
man.
party at the Viaduct. Oh
my
he was
God.
already sweating. I was that annoying gnat in his ear as always with the Chiefs getting that momentum. You know, I already had him on edge, and then that commercial came on right at the wrong time. He's like, "Who the bleep is messing with the remote?" And I was like, "Dude, it's a commercial."
I saw so many memes come out of that already, but I think my favorite one was
Everyone thought.
on top, or I now have to mend a relationship with my mother-in-law after I called her a bitch after I thought she changed the channel on me.
That's too good.
Fantastic.
Eric, Ryan says he texted you right when that happened.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he said that messed me up. I'm like, yeah, dude, I was searching. I'm like, what dog is laying on it?
My ass on it. What the hell?
Tommy said he yelled at the dog.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, move! Oh, well, we good. We good.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing, but I missed that commercial somehow.
Yeah, same. I didn't catch it until
I was watching
after.
the game, but I don't know what the hell
Yeah.
I was doing.
I mean, yeah, I didn't catch a whole hell of a lot of those commercials. I was smashing wings in between gameplay.
Yeah, I was getting down on some buffalo chicken dip. What else did you guys make?
I was probably looking up the
All I made was
Flash trailer.
You what?
I said I was probably looking up the Flash trailer after I saw the little.
Oh,
I was like,
dude,
oh.
that was sweet.
Michael Keaton is
Did you
Batman.
guys see that?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
and the
sick.
old Batmobile.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Come on,
Legendary.
Like the
Time
nostalgia.
travel, man. You knew it was coming. This is the first time I got to see anything from it, and oh my god, it looks really, really good.
But yeah, I was getting down on some buffalo chicken dip. What did you guys make for your spread.
We
You
were
said you
having
getting down some wings.
We had our watch party at the Viaduct, so yeah, I was smashing on some of their menu, man. I had a
What's your go-to sauce at Viaduct?
honey jalapeno.
Dude.
Love it there, man.
Yes.
I always get the honey jalapeno chunks with sidewinders with cheese and bacon loaded up. And if I'm feeling, we got mac and cheese. But if Cass is with me, she doesn't like buffalo chicken dip. If I'm by myself, that's what I smash.
Yeah.
Not very often I go by myself, so usually we get the mac and cheese bites.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah, I
smack
dig
those.
on Viaduct's got some bomb ass food.
For sure,
They
man.
really do. They
For
got
sure.
some bomb
See
food.
the comment about the John Travolta and the Scrubs guys commercial. That was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, it was all
Yeah?
right. Singing "Summer Lovin'."
Yeah.
I did see the Kevin. I barely caught the Kevin Hart commercial that the Undertaker was in.
I didn't see
I
that.
didn't
ripping
know
off,
that. I
ripping
need
off
to see that.
Steyer.
I did not see that at
Oh,
all.
Greg, you're
pissed.
gonna have to pull that up because none of us have seen
They
that
ripped
one.
off Steyer with the Undertaker gimmick, man.
Oh,
no shit, man.
No.
Whose idea was that, huh?
Austin said she made brownies. Now, were those the special brownies, Austin?
That'd be my
What
guess.
kind of brownies did you make, huh?
Would be my guess.
Hmm.
One of my favorite commercials of this year's was you can't call yourself a rock star when you work in an office, and it had all the rock stars in it. It had, had Ozzy in it, and he says, "I'm Oswald." I'm like, hi, Oswald.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh yeah, they said you can't if you work in an office, you're not allowed to tell your coworkers that they're rock stars unless you're an actual rock star. And it had, I think it was
I did
Paul
catch
Stanley.
that
It was one of the
one,
Kiss
yeah.
guys.
Ozzy was in there too. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Ozzy was there was a whole bunch of people
Yeah.
in there, but it was pretty good. And like they got ready right at the end of the commercial. They're up doing a board meeting, and he goes, "Jimmy, you're a rock," and dude from Kiss busts in the door and he looks. He goes,
Yeah.
"I wasn't gonna say it."
That was pretty good.
Let's see.
So Austin said she was under the influence when she made the brownies. Well, that doesn't really count. I mean, unless you're putting the booze in the brownies, come on.
Let's see if I can get this ad with the Undertaker for you guys.
Greg, you still working on a commercial.
We're
Any
big-
other commercials
we're
that stood
big
out to you
horns
guys?
up people right now.
Horns up.
Big horns up,
That's all you
guys.
need right now.
let's
This
see.
and the Baylor under.
Hopefully
So
this
they're
plays
both
right.
going down right now. Miami hit for me. Little 3-piece parlay.
Let's see if this plays right for us here.
DraftKings. Now I know it's a Super Bowl and all, but everyone gets a free bet. Man, that's big.
Poppy. So what's Cab Betty? They short odds?
You're both
Ludicrous.
Hey, I heard Kevin's taking the under.
the under. Please. I ain't know.
Yeah, the Undertaker, baby. They took that idea straight from the over-under pod, baby. Yes, sirski.
All customers, head to the DraftKings Sportsbook app.
Stolen.
I want my money.
That's awesome.
I've been
free
riding
bet.
unders
Where's
all
the
year.
royalties?
I've been riding
Come on
unders
now.
all damn year. Undertaker.
Did they,
Right now, WWE's like, yeah, okay, pal.
Yeah, okay. We like that. DraftKings, we can make a really cool commercial with this.
Stolen ideas.
Anybody else notice
We've
there was a
been
lot
through
of
a lot of
cameos
those.
in these commercials, though? That's like they didn't really focus on the commercials, just
Yeah.
squeezing a bunch of famous people
Celebrities,
into
yeah.
it. To the point where there was a lot of commercials where I could tell it was just cameo after cameo, and I knew like 2 of them.
Well, Eric, it worked for FTX. Look what happened with them last year. And then, I mean, they stole a bunch of money from people. So
They did.
just saying, it worked.
What
so
the hell's FTX?
that was that crypto bull, whatever. It fell
Yeah,
apart.
crypto crap.
Oh, they paid him in crypto, and then they.
Oh, there was some grimy shit going on, man. Yeah, they had a whole island where there was illegal things
Oh
going
yeah,
on.
all kinds of fun stuff with
Yeah.
your boy SBF getting down on the island.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, well, we'll just go ahead and leave that there.
There,
Just in case,
yeah, let
just
them,
in case Gary's watching, we
yeah,
don't want
let
to
the
get too
mind
deep
take
into
that,
that.
and you can Google if you need.
You can
FTX,
Google if you need, he says.
FTX, just Google the whole scandal.
I just had one other Super Bowl topic here, other than the commercials. We're done with the commercials thing. Who do you think is the best franchise that has yet to win a Super Bowl?
Shit, you know my answer, I guess.
I mean, who are the? Let's see.
Yeah, give me a list of teams that have not won yet. Bengals have not won one, have they?
Yeah,
I wouldn't put them
that's a
on.
good one. That's
They're
a
not
good
on
one.
my list of.
That's why I just
top,
groaned.
But
So I'm thinking the Bills, they don't have one. The Bengals, they don't have one.
Let's see. Cardinals, Falcons, Bills. Ooh, damn, the Bills haven't got one.
That's where my mind went
Ouch.
straight
yeah,
to.
and they've been to
The Panthers.
4 of them.
the Bengals. But see, these guys are all like AFL teams. They aren't really. They're not legacy teams. They're like more recent teams.
Yeah.
Like when you think of
My answer is
Arizona is a legacy team. They've been around since like the Cardinals were one of the original franchises, if I remember correctly. Like,
Yeah, I couldn't tell you that.
I'm pretty
couldn't tell
sure
you
they
that
were
either.
one of the original franchises. Let me see. There's a couple other ones. The Chargers are a newer franchise.
Yes.
Minnesota, they're
pretty old.
pretty old.
They're 70s. There's some.
Tennessee, that's the Houston franchise.
Yeah.
But the Oilers never won one either.
Yeah, that's
So,
crazy.
And then there's the teams that have never even been to a Super Bowl. You've got the Browns, the Lions, the Texans, the Jags. That's it. 4 teams have never been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and 2 of those teams are new, bro.
Yeah, and one's been around for a real long time.
Even the Panthers have been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's
They've been to 2.
Been to.
They've been to 2.
With Jake Delhomme. You guys tried that one out.
Gary Collins.
why.
So I'm gonna say the best team on that list altogether. I would say the Bills.
Yeah, I gotta agree.
I would say the Bengals are a close second.
I'd give it to the Browns.
And if you want to say going off teams that haven't been to the Super Bowl at all, who the best team in that group is, dude, it's honestly hard.
Don't you even say any
I-
bullshit. I swear to God, dude.
Jacksonville Jaguars,
God,
dude.
get out of here right
Jacksonville
now.
Jaguars. They've been,
Fuck out of here.
Censor him. Censor him. Every time he talks from now on. Every time he gets the censor button.
I mean,
Censor button.
I mean, they went to the AFC Championship with Blake Bortles.
Done with this. Done with this guy. Done with this guy. Muting him right now. You're muting you. You can't hear you.
I need a button right
La
here.
la la la.
I'm just saying.
Son of a.
There's the button. Yes. No, honestly, I was gonna say the Vikings because they made it to 4 Super Bowls as well from the
Okay.
from the 1969 to 76. They made it to 4 Super Bowls in that span. They were the Purple Machine.
Yeah.
One of the best teams that has
Carter, baby.
yet to win a Super Bowl. I feel like the Vikings are a little bit better of a franchise than the Bills, but the Bills are pretty good too. Yeah. They're right up there with them. I think those 2 are comparable. There's a couple teams on there that, like the Cardinals are no surprise that they haven't won one, but it surprises me they've been to a couple. You know?
For sure.
But I don't know. Outside of that was pretty much all I had for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Any other things you guys want to talk about with that?
I just
That's
can't
pretty
wait.
much it.
Can't wait till next September already, man.
You putting any future bets? For Super Bowl?
There will be, but I got a lot of months to cook that up. But I mean, don't sleep on the fact that transactions coming up in the offseason will fluctuate odds quite a bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
As we talked
Go put
about,
some
like
small
if
ones.
a lot of you brownies think that you might hit a home run and land DeAndre Hopkins, well, you're plus 3,500 that you're sitting at right now. You can kiss that goodbye. It's going to plus 1,300-1,400.
And I'll put 2
So
on it.
you want to put your money on there right now?
If you're a Browns
$2
fan,
get you 7,500.
So let me ask you guys a question. How we're talking about how we only have to wait forever now for football to start again. You saw those commercials last night for the USFL.
Okay.
Do you think that was a dig at the XFL? They
I
kept
don't
talking
know about
about
a
real
dig.
football coming back. Real football comes back in 2 months. Real football. They kept
maybe
saying
they
that.
might
they
be. It
I
might
was
be.
like,
But
what is that
honestly, the
supposed to mean?
XFL has my attention way more than the USFL
Same,
does.
That's where I wondered if they're trying to take a shot at it. Like, we're real football, and that's not gonna be
Unfortunately,
real
our hometown connection, Dante Dye from Heidelberg, he was on the St. Louis Battlehawks. He just got cut last week on Final Cuts, man.
That sucks.
So hopefully someone picks him up and he gets to make it on a roster. I was actually going to order a shipment of 4 or 5 Dante Dye Battlehawk XFL jerseys, and it was going to be pretty cool. But got
yeah.
the news.
To your point, Greg, about the USFL, I mean, I feel like they don't have the contract that the NFL does with the XFL. You have the XFL and the NFL working in partnership. The USFL is just like kind of doing their own thing. They have some TV deals, but I don't really feel like there's too much going on with these other leagues for them to be successful when you're going up against The Rock
Yeah.
and the NFL and
That's
ESPN.
Yeah, basically,
It's like,
yeah, that's why. Like, I was just kind of wondering. I'm like, why do they keep making that subtle jab about it being real?
That's
football,
all they got.
You know. Like,
Well, to me, that's the wrong way to go about it because you're pushing real football, but with not NFL players.
Right.
I'd rather just watch the NFL. If I'm going to watch something different, I want to watch something different.
Well, their only
Exactly.
pull for that is it's not on the same time of year. That's the only thing they got going for them as far as comparisons to the NFL.
great
because-
value brand NFL.
Exactly.
They're literally banking on people just being starved for football and watching it because it's on.
XFL is like great value, and the USFL is like Aldi's brand, if you will.
I like Aldi brand.
ouch. Some
Right?
people like Aldi's, over great
Yeah.
value brand.
We had this discussion.
You-
we had
you
a whole
let-
show on it.
I would
let's-
put
hold
that
on.
needs to be a thing.
USFL
That needs to be a
is Dollar
thing. We're
Tree.
gonna do this next time. We're gonna go get some Aldi brand stuff and some great value brand stuff.
And shall we
and
throw
we're gonna
Kroger
come
in there
to
too?
a conclusion here. Yes. When you and Joey come on next time, we're gonna do
Yes,
the
let's do it.
comparison.
Let's do
Aldi and great value brand compared. We'll even throw
let's
in
get it a whole
what's
spread
Kroger
out
brand.
there.
Kroger brand, yeah, we'll throw that in there too. Why
Yes,
not?
sir.
We'll see who's got the best off-brand, whatever.
I'm with it.
But
we could
yeah.
do like a soda and a snack, and we could do
Yeah,
a little
all of it.
a spread of everything.
Chips, the snack cakes. We can
Yeah.
do pop, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of it for sure.
We'll set up a big old bellyache.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, we're going to bed anyways right after this.
Right,
So yeah,
right.
why not? Yeah, but you look at the futures odds for right now going into next year. Kansas City sitting at number 1, obviously, but Buffalo.
You sure about that? You want to check with Kelsey real quick? Since he seems to think they're the ultimate underdog that ever existed out
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
nobody counted on the Chiefs to be in there.
Nobody in the
Everybody's jabronis. We did it. Like, shut up, bro.
Hey man.
True underdog story right there. I tell you.
If I mean, all right. So here's the thing: when they traded Tyreek Hill, there was quite a few people who were like, "All right, well, the Chiefs are not going to be that same team anymore," and they came back and they showed you they're better without Tyreek Hill because teams couldn't just key on Tyreek Hill; they had to cover everybody. And
Right.
I don't know
when
why.
that happened.
I don't know why anybody would think that Tyreek Hill was the only thing that made them a good team.
Oh, for sure.
You know,
dude.
like come on, bro.
If you watch that team enough over the last few years, you know it's Kelsey and Mahomes. That's
Oh, yeah.
that's the
core.
key. That's the chemistry.
That's
and
the
Andy
nucleus.
Reid makes it all work. Like
Yep.
he's the scientist. Like
can-
like.
Cut and paste any running back you want, any
Yeah.
any
Doesn't
role
matter.
playing receiver you want. Yeah.
I mean, they had a 7th round pick playing running back in the Super Bowl yesterday. Come on
Yeah.
now. Like for real,
Yeah.
that does not matter.
And then a receiver out of was it Central Michigan or Skymore.
Yeah.
Central Michigan, right? Yeah, out of
Western
Western Michigan. That's what it is.
Michigan. But
It's
he's a
Western
second round
Michigan.
pick, wasn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
Still a MAC school guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But no, when you look at the futures for next year, we mentioned the Browns. You said get your bets in now before they make any
3,500,
big
yeah.
moves. They're at 3,500.
If you're a terrible towel waiver like me, we're sitting
what's
at
a-
plus 5,000.
What's another team you could see right now before any big moves are made that you could see like, all right, they could probably make a big move and they're sitting at pretty good odds right now. Like, obviously, you're not going to look at the bottom. You're not looking at like Houston or Arizona or any of these teams down towards the bottom.
Right.
But when you start looking at some of these teams that, all right, what
Where's
about
Jacksonville
New England?
at?
Who's sitting at plus
Yeah,
5,500?
where is Jacksonville? That's a good question.
Jacksonville sitting at, oh, damn, they got 25 plus 2,500.
I mean, with Calvin Ridley coming back, they are going to be electric, I think. And the AFC South is
That's the same odds as the
it's
Lions
going
right
through
now.
Duval. And, I mean, it's hard to say the Lions aren't the favorite in the NFC North. I mean, honestly, Kirk Cousins doesn't seem
I
like
gotta
he
see
can
it
go
first.
season length.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins doesn't look like he can go season length, man. Do it the whole season. And then
Well, as of right now,
Green
they're the
Bay,
favorites.
Aaron Rodgers is gone. He's good as gone. So
What's he doing right now? He's doing some
ayahuasca probably.
no, he's doing 3 days.
He's
of
in a
dark-
darkness
It was like-
retreat.
Yeah, wasn't it like 4 days and nights of darkness? or something
No,
like that?
pass, hard pass.
Yeah,
You got to put yourself in solitary confinement.
Don't knock it
for.
till you try it. You don't know what he's
get
doing.
his
Come on
mind
now.
right, man.
Just gotta,
He's got a big future to think about.
It's gonna mess him up.
Man, we're getting green.
Man,
He's already-
I like Aaron Rodgers. I don't care what anybody
He's
says,
already
bro.
on the edge of not being right in the head. Now he's gonna confine himself.
Here's the thing,
what
dude.
now?
I think Rodgers gets a bad rap for this not being right in the head. That dude's actually really fucking smart.
For sure.
He's really fucking
For
smart.
sure.
Like, you ever watch him do an interview? That dude's legit smart.
Yeah.
Like, really fucking smart. And
Joe Rogan-esque.
Yeah, for sure. Well, he's a little bit more. Like,
he was dumb. I just
Rogan
said he
is
ain't right.
not sure of himself. Rodgers is sure of it. Rogan's like, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I talk to people who do.
Yeah, that's
Rodgers
true,
is
yeah.
like, I know what I'm talking
He's
about.
like, I've studied everything.
I've studied everything.
Yeah, he reads a lot of fucking books. He talks about it all the time.
Dude, that interview with him and Kaiser, or like interview with Kaiser, did you see that where he talked about how he walked in and Aaron Rodgers was like right off the bat? What did he say? Something like,
Do you believe in 9/11?
Do you believe in 9/11?
Let me know what your thoughts are in 9/11.
Like, dude, and he was dead serious. And then, like, Kaiser was like, and after talking to him for a while, man, like, he's not crazy. and then guys were, like, laughing, and he's like, I don't know why you guys are laughing. He's not crazy. Like, he was dead serious. He's totally convinced, dude. Like,
But Aaron Rodgers is another one of those guys that could be on the move this offseason.
Yep.
And you look at some of these other teams that are sitting.
He's in Vegas, I think, man.
You think he's in Vegas. Okay,
Yeah.
so right now you can get Vegas at plus 4,000 odds.
You put Aaron Rodgers there, you see it about plus 1750 probably, plus 15.
Oh, I think it'd be even better than that. I mean,
think?
think about it. He'd be teaming back up with Devontae Adams.
That defense is so
and then you got
suspect.
Darren Waller, and he's handing the ball off to Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs could or may or may not
And
be
if they-
there. That's a contract year. He's
If
a
they
free
can get
agent.
Hunter Renfro to come back into shape, I mean, that
Yeah.
could be a potential weapon for them as well.
For sure.
They've got some pieces there.
Bringing Josh Jacobs back is crucial, though. If
They've
they
got a
don't-
pretty
if they
good
don't
offensive
bring him
line.
back, then they have to draft a running back.
Well, they could tag him, honestly. Like, they could,
He's-
with the season that he had last year, they could tag him and say, do it again.
yeah, he
you
could.
know?
He could.
So, I don't know. I feel like the Raiders are a good team, a good fit, and that'd be a good spot if you want to get in now, like futures bets. Outside of that, I don't really see anything. Like the Broncos right now are plus 3,500, but I don't believe in the Broncos. Even with with Sean Payton, even with Russell Wilson.
You know, I'll have a nice little sprinkle on that Pittsburgh Steelers plus 5,000, but that's just the fandom in me.
Well, I mean, throw a couple bucks at it.
Right,
why not?
absolutely.
What's it
And
gonna hurt?
I could definitely talk myself into why I think it possibly could, in a miracle, happen, you know?
Now, your Steelers, obviously, Kenny Pickett is the guy going into the offseason. How's that going to be? How's that going to affect the locker room moving forward? I mean,
I think it's going to
you
be
get rid
a
of Rudolph,
huge,
you get rid of
I just read
Trubisky.
an article, actually, speaking of that, yesterday. That came out in week 4, the game where Kenny Pickett took over against the Jets. Deontay Johnson punched Mitch Trubisky in the nose in the locker room after the game. The culture of the locker room kept it, like, Tomlin doesn't let that type of shit out,
No.
you know what I mean? But, yeah, it came, so they were saying Trubisky wants nothing to do with that place. The rest of the season was just miserable for him, and it showed because every time he stepped on the field, it was pick city. But as far as Kenny Pickett goes, going into the year knowing he's the guy, being able to prepare mentally that he is the guy and it is his team, with Najee coming in, assumingly 100%, barring any training camp bullshit injuries. With Pickens a year older, I think we go and attack the receiver spot in the draft at some point. I like where we're at. I really do. The defense is the defense. It's always going to be elite.
I like that.
Secondary needs work, but linebacker front 7, vicious.
Fair enough. Okay. Eric, what do you got? What do you think?
On what?
Futures.
Oh,
what are you
futures.
thinking? Like, you got any?
You guys kind of got me talked into wanting to go put a little bit on Oakland now because I
Is that what you were going like? What are these? Like, maybe I can.
No, I
$5
wasn't, looking, no, I
come
wasn't
on.
looking that up yet. But no, I like that. I like the idea of, like, they just cut Carr today, and I was wondering, like, where are they going to go? But I didn't even
It's
put the
Rodgers.
connection together that Aaron Rodgers was going to
A
go
lot of
there.
people
So I like
think-
that. I'm not sure that Aaron Rodgers is going to take them to the Super Bowl. So I'm
Right.
not. But I mean, that might be worth a couple bucks to throw
A
down.
lot of
on
people
it.
think he could go
Yeah.
to the Jets as well because they hired Hackett, who's a
Yeah,
former
I keep
OC
seeing that
of
too,
him,
and Zach Wilson's
so terrible.
He's
Booty.
not even good, and he's on his
But
way
the
out.
Great White Knights, all right.
Right.
Mike White.
But I had already had my mind set up. I'm going to go put a couple bucks on the Browns regardless.
Oh,
because
got
I
to.
can
You
now.
gotta
Like,
put a
how
few
long
bucks
have I
on your
wanted to? How long have I been saying?
Oh,
just
yeah.
let me put $5 on the Browns, man, because like I'm going to miss it.
If your
forget I
team
even
wins
waited.
that first Super Bowl, you want to get paid for it too.
Right.
Feel like you're a part of that win.
Right.
Yeah.
I better be a part of that win. I've put 40 years into that.
That's a parade
I
I
am
will
part
never
of that win.
Yeah, I will never miss that parade. We were there for the Cavs parade. At least I was.
I missed it. I was in Outer Banks. I got to watch that. I got to watch that win in the Outer Banks, and I almost came home for it.
Greggy,
Oh man,
we were there.
What a time!
Oh
what
man,
a time! I've
That's-
never seen anything like that in my life, man. You guys, I mean,
I wish I could have been there.
you seen the pictures
In
though, man,
July,
right? And I
like,
ain't kidding.
in Cleveland?
like
Bro.
it was
my
like
God.
walking through people like parting the Red Sea everywhere you were in downtown Cleveland.
Everybody was happy.
Everywhere.
It was
Nobody
wild.
fought.
And I mean,
It was insane.
it's a cool story. It really is. Like just the fact that we drove there with all of us crammed into Chelsea's car. What was there? 7 of us. It was me, Bailey, Gabe, and then Kevin, you, Tommy, and Chris. Is that who it was?
Yep.
So 7 of us. We all went down. We all went up to Cleveland together in Chelsea's car, and we get there. We're like, all right. I've heard of this thing where there's a shuttle from the airport that takes you to the downtown Cleveland, and you can just take this shuttle. You park at the parking lot, and you take the shuttle to the downtown. I'm like, okay, cool. We'll do this. We get to the airport and we park, and the shuttle service. There's a line that's like the entire floor. It was like the basement floor where the shuttle line was, completely full of people. There was like, according to the people up top, it was a 3-hour wait for the shuttle, and the parade started in an hour.
I was gonna say like less than 2 hours.
It was like an hour and a half till the parade started. We were like, well, that's not going to work. That's not happening. All right, well, what's this Uber thing? This was like 2016. So we're like, Uber, all right, I'll download that. And how do I sign up for it and link in my card? And all right, let's go outside and let's kind of try to game plan something. And then we go outside and this dude pulls up in a minivan and he's like, hey, did you guys order an Uber? I'm like, yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Like we get in the van and
We didn't know.
this dude was so cool too. He was like, hey, I'll give you my phone number, and then after you're done, you can just call me and I'll come pick you up. Really?
Oh, yeah.
And then he drove us all the way as close as he could possibly get us to the parade route.
That's badass.
Oh, yeah.
man.
And then
Love
just
people
dropped
like
us
that.
off.
So how far away were you?
Oh, there it is. There it is. That's us all
yeah.
crammed into Chelsea's car.
No, that's in the Uber.
Oh, is that in the
Yeah,
Uber?
that's in the dude's Buick Rendezvous. or
Oh,
whatever
that's
thing was they
right.
picked us up in.
That's right. Oh man, that was such a fun time.
Oh yeah,
That's awesome.
I remember that picture.
Yes, it was a blast. But yeah, we got in that car. We got about, I think we only had to walk like, what, 10 minutes to get to the parade
Yeah,
route?
dude, he dropped us off at a gas station like in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know how he got in there.
And for us to get to the parade route, it was like, it was impossible. Like, we tried to get, our plan was, let's just be at the end where they get there, at the end, right? And then we were like walking around where the parade was and just kind of walking around.
Dude, you remember what happened? They delayed the parade start time because people wouldn't get out of the street.
They couldn't
People
get
were
through.
crowding the street.
They couldn't start the parade.
That's wild.
There was nowhere for other people.
And
There was
we were
nowhere for people to go.
We were hanging out in the parking lot, right where they were staging the parade. Like LeBron and them were all on the float. There's totally pictures of us, like
Oh, yeah.
from the parking lot, taking pictures of them and stuff too, dude. It was so sweet.
Oh, yeah. And they kept having to stop the cars throughout the entire parade. They'd have to stop them. Like, they'd make it about 10 feet, and then they'd stop those cars because there are fans in front of the cars. They're not letting them move, jumping on the cars, climbing on top. And they were hanging out. The stars were so cool. All the players were really cool about it. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, it was awesome.
Dude, yeah, it
but
was
all I
amazing.
remember is when you turned the corner, every corner there was confetti flying in the air. Do you remember that, Greg?
Oh yeah, I have videos of it still. I have like on my cell phone. I have slow motion videos of just like
I don't know where it
the
was coming from.
skyscrape of Cleveland. I don't know either, dude. The entire sky of Cleveland was filled with
The whole
confetti.
time we were there, it was full of confetti.
Like, and the best part was like they had this whole thing set up on this stage, like right at what they called the mall or whatever area. And dude, we were there.
Yeah.
Like of this
Right there.
million people that were in Cleveland, we were there. Like
Yep.
right there.
Hell yeah.
It was sweet. That was probably one of our best times as
Cleveland
friends.
fandom
Yeah.
times,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
And we're gonna do it again when the Browns win next year. It's gonna be a lot of fun. This time next year, guys.
Okay.
Come on. You gotta get on board.
Believe
yo,
You gotta
will-
believe.
You
that's,
will never
that's
find
the
me on
only
that train.
thing that's the only thing that's missing from the formula is belief. Like you guys always say believe land, but then every time I try to say it's going to happen, you get that reaction. Okay.
That's usually the reaction I get from
There's
you
no
when I
belief
try
in
to.
believe land. That's the problem.
I text you every Sunday morning, and you give me that same damn response. So I don't want to hear it.
Uh-oh.
Hey now. Wow. We won't go there.
Same team fighting. Here we go,
won't
baby.
go there.
Woo!
We
You
won't
don't
go
have
there.
this happening in Terrible Town Nation.
All I'm
Oh,
saying
no, yeah,
is,
you guys,
Yeah,
y'all
okay,
never
bud,
fight.
okay.
Terrible Towel Nation would never went through 1-31. All right, that's all I got to say. That
never
ruined my passion as a Browns fan.
We never
So-
fight with each other. We're the best fans.
You goddamn right.
You guys want to talk hoops at all? I mean, Cavs. We watched
We can
Cavs
do
game.
them.
That was pretty fun.
Cavs won, didn't cover. Good
Did
teams
not
win,
cover.
great teams
Didn't cover 15. Yeah, I mean, that's a hell of an ask.
Yeah, it absolutely is. But the Spurs aren't a very good team, man. They're definitely tanking for Victor Wembanyama. There's a few teams that certified are definitely trying to win that lottery. Spurs are in that conversation. The Pistons are in that
The
conversation.
Pistons are definitely in that conversation because, I mean, for real, why is Cade Cunningham sitting right now?
Yeah, exactly. I'm
There's
telling
no
you.
reason
There's
for
a
it.
few select teams that, and why?
I
why
thought
is
the
a
Warriors were for a while.
Why is a Popovich team losing by 23 nights a week?
That's their youngest team he's ever had.
You throw any team out there and Pop can run them to 500 if he wants to. You know what I mean?
Now, is he coaching every game, or is he still
as far
like?
as I know, as far as I
Well,
know.
I thought
yeah.
there was a couple years ago he was like, I'm only going to coach select road games.
I think
I'll
that was
coach all the
COVID
home
stuff.
game-
I think that
home
was
games."
COVID.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So
Yeah.
now that that's done, he's cool with it.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
yeah.
But no, Cavs stay put at the trade deadline. Don't make
Yep.
any big moves.
Nope, I think they're sitting at what? It's about 5 games back of the Bucks
Yep.
in the division.
Yep. And then you had a couple of big moves. Kyrie,
Oh,
first
huge.
one, first
League
domino to
shifting
fall.
moves, dude. League
And then
shifting moves.
KD going to the Suns.
Going to Phoenix, man.
Shifting the power balance back to the West.
Oh, in every which way. I mean,
And I really feel like the Suns should be, if they're not already, they should be favorites to
they're
win.
yeah,
it all. Like,
yes.
Good Lord.
CP3, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant.
And DeAndre Ayton.
With a former number 1 pick in DeAndre Ayton. Oh, man, like, come on.
Good Lord.
Sorry, Mikal Bridges. He was sick as hell waking up seeing he was getting shipped to Brooklyn out of Phoenix, dude. Oh,
You feel for a guy like that,
yeah, but that's the business,
that
baby.
is the biz. That's how it goes.
Don't feel bad when you're making millies.
So, with that being said, all those moves that happened,
Yeah.
who's now the favorite? Who do you think?
Well, I just added mine.
Yeah?
So and I added the Suns. I think so. I want
All
that.
right.
We'll put an asterisk by mine because that is after the trade deadline. And I feel like that's not nearly as fair as what the field everyone else is
I took
working
the
with.
Nets when they were in the middle
Exactly.
of an 18 out of 20 game winning streak.
And now, yeah, they're definitely probably another team that could tank the rest of the year out, honestly, unless that
Well,
Cam,
is Ben Simmons going to carry him and Cam Thomas?
that Cam
like,
Thomas kid dropping 40 a night
Yeah.
might do the work, but
that kid's a baller, though.
yeah, he's got a nice little moonshot. I love he wears 2-4 and wears Kobe shoes on the court. Kind of a little homage to Kobe. I like
Yep.
that. Like that a lot. But yeah, I mean the Bucks are still probably gonna be your team out of the East. The Cavs could say something about it. Boston could say something about it. I'd say I'm a Miami Heat fan. I don't see the same dog in that team that we've seen in years past. Who knows? Maybe that'll turn after the All-Star break. Jimmy Butler can turn it on. That's without a doubt. But I think your top 3 East contenders right now would be the Celtics, the Cavs, and the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah?
Yeah, and that trade helped all three of them guys. out.
Oh, it
I
made the
mean,
B path to the East so easy, man. So easy. The Nets just depleted themselves. I think the Philly 76ers are frauds.
I'm 100% with you on
Yeah.
that. James Harden's a fraud in the playoffs, and Joel Embiid cannot carry that team by himself.
Agreed.
And
Agreed.
outside of that, who do they got?
Nobody.
They got
I mean,
nothing.
Tyrese Maxey's pretty nice, but not.
I like
not
him,
Role
honestly.
player.
I like
He's
him,
a role player
for sure.
Good for 23 a night, but that's not.
I feel like Doc Rivers always has one of those guys.
Yes,
On
he
every one
does.
of his squads,
He
he's got
definitely
one of those
does.
guys that's like, I like him. He's nice.
He's
you
kind of
know?
like what Ray Allen was for the Big Three back in the Celtics
Yeah.
days, or maybe more of a Rajon Rondo type, one or the other.
But no, yeah, you're right. The East, wide open.
Absolutely.
The Celtics, I feel like, are not as good as everybody thinks they are. They're good, don't get me wrong. And they're the odds-on favorite right now to win it all. But I still, for whatever reason,
They show soft spots. Yeah.
I still think of the Celtics as Tatum and Brown and all of those dudes just getting clowned by LeBron. So
Yeah.
that's all I can think of when I see them. All I think of is just LeBron clowning all of them, and I can never take them seriously. It's the same way with the Raptors. Even when they won the whole thing. They won the whole title, and that year, all the way up until they won it, I'm like, I still don't believe them. They're not going to win this thing. And then they won that last game, and I'm like, well, I guess I got to give it to them. They won it.
Yeah, I was all off on them the entire finals when the Raptors did. I didn't believe in them at all, and they proved me wrong. That's for sure.
So, but that's the Celtics are going to have to pull something like that.
Absolutely.
They're going to have to prove everybody wrong, prove like myself.
I think a team that could get slept on that's not mentioned anywhere in our list, though, is the Memphis Grizzlies, man. They can go as far as Ja will take them. That's what I mean. That kid is a spark plug.
Is he hard, though?
Is he hard? As far as, is he hard enough? Is he like...
He wants to be hard.
He wants to be hard.
He wants to be hard.
He's not... Background-wise, as far as fighting in the streets, I don't think he's like that, like he wants to be. But you put anybody on him on the hardwood.
Your real name's Clarence.
Yeah. He is, dude. He's from like he went to private school and they're like he's like rolling with mobs trying to start fights with all these actual like Shannon Sharp type dudes. You know what I mean? Like get the
He's
fuck
a little
out
guy
of here.
too.
Get the hell out of here. But on the hardwood, you ain't messing with him right now, man. He'll dunk on you. He'll put you on a poster at any given moment. I like what Memphis is doing.
Mm-hmm. Are we out in space now, Greggy?
That's the confetti from Cleveland Sky. That's
yes. Yes. I love it.
My Chiefs confetti from my winnings yesterday.
It's just stretched out real far, but yeah, that's the video.
That's awesome. And it was literally everywhere all day too. It was like people were dumping it out of windows downtown or something. Like I don't know. It was literally just raining down from corners. Like everywhere. Every time you turned a corner, there'd be just confetti flying down everywhere.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. All right. Any other topics here you guys want to talk about before we wrap things up? We got this Madden tournament going on, guys.
Yeah.
You need to find our post about it on Facebook. I'm going to repost it again tomorrow. I'm going to post it as a story on Instagram and all that stuff. So hopefully you find it. Find the Google form and get registered. Seriously, get registered for this event. That way we can get you guys signed up. Selection Sunday is this Sunday.
Yes, sir.
That is this coming Sunday.
Guys, I haven't played Madden in 2 years. I threw my $20 donation in.
He's already in. So. And this is for a good cause, guys. Come on. We're trying to raise some funds for a couple of good things here as we raise funds for Eric's Miles for Mutts fundraiser and also for the Corey Banks Fight for Life fundraiser as well. So please help us out.
Which in good news, he is doing a bit better too.
I love to hear that, man. Every time I get a good update, man, I just say another prayer. Hopefully, he pulls through and everything's good and he gets back to normal. That's the hope. Like, let's get him back to normal and back to coaching.
A lot of young football players hoping they want to see him coach again.
For sure, dude. So yes, absolutely. Get signed up for our Madden tournament. You can win a $100 gift card from Level Up. You can win yourself a new headset. A gaming headset, $70 gaming headset.
Oh, yeah.
And a sealed copy of Madden 23 if you were to win first place. And you know what? I'll throw in a Hoos shirt. How about that? A Hoos shirt of your choice if you win the tournament.
This one's all right. I like this one.
Now, yeah, I like those. Those are sweet. Now, if you come in second place, you still get a gift card. You get a $50 gift card to Level Up. Big shout out to Level Up. Jason Scherger, Tom, everybody at Level Up for helping us out with this. Big shout out for them for sponsoring the event and helping us out with these gift cards. But yeah, second place, $50 gift card. Third place, a $20 gift card to Level Up. So you still get gift cards. You still third place.
You can throw in a little bit of Betfred merch in there to some winners too. So
I like that. Yeah. So I got some swag too. I can throw in there. We got some other stuff we'll throw away. So get signed up.
I got koozies, beanies, hats, t-shirts with the Betfred stuff, so we can figure some stuff out.
You got anything for the loser? Because
for
I might be in the running for that.
The last place?
Yeah.
Well, I had something. I had something stored in the corner of the studio, but Chelsea threw it away.
Your leg hairs?
Still missing the patch from that, but that was going to be a classy joke. Chelsea.
Was.
Just kidding. It's all jokes.
What is this?
That was Madden tournament.
FIFA.
Huh?
What, I don't even know what that means. It's a question from somebody.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I don't know. Whatever. Get signed up for our Madden tournament, guys. Find it on Facebook. We've already made the post. The Google form link is in the post. and get signed up. $20 buy-in. And
Close.
yeah,
Right.
win yourself some swag, win yourself some level up gift cards, or don't. I mean, if you're not that good, you're not gonna win anything, but you still have fun.
Just play
'Cause
anyway.
I'm
Yeah,
serious,
that's-
it's gonna be a blast.
We want to roast
The
you.
part I can't wait
wanna
for
get
is to
roasted.
commentate. I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
wait to commentate these games.
I can't wait to play somebody from in the studio. 'Cause
I know
I'm
I'll-
talking the most shit.
I
the
know I'll
entire
be
time.
out by the time I got to do my Pulse podcast when you guys are doing
Best
during
foot-
the
Yes.
Pulse. So,
Let me land a matchup against Joey in this thing.
oh man, I would love to commentate that. I'd love. I'll be color.
Give me that. I'm back for more blood.
So if you haven't got signed up, get signed up. And yeah, thank you guys for coming on with us this week. Aaron,
Yep,
Eric,
yes, sir.
appreciate you guys. Check out the Miles for Mutts fundraiser. And also, big shout out, thank you to Greg Kinn, our wizard extraordinaire, for keeping us live, coming up with all these awesome graphics and doing everything he does to make everything look good.
Yeah, we were just
That's what
in
he
Cleveland
does.
a second ago, guys.
Yeah, for
Celebrating
sure.
the championship.
We were literally in Cleveland because of the wizard.
Thought I came home yesterday from
Confetti
Cleveland.
raining all
Guess
around.
not.
We're back in
Tune
time.
into the
baby.
Over Under Pod
That's
Wednesday
right.
night too,
Over
guys.
Under Pod Wednesday night, 8 o'clock in studio.
Super Bowl
Dude's
happened.
hot, man.
Football's over, right? There's
Winning
still,
money.
There's still always something to bet on, baby. We got the Daytona 500 coming up this Sunday.
What?
Yes.
You guys
The
are betting on the Daytona 500?
Oh, baby, are we? Well, I'm bringing in a good buddy of mine, Cole
We'll
Pierce.
kick some tires and light some fires, big day.
Hey, I know we're gonna have the money winning picks, that's for sure. So tune in for it.
All right, there you have it. Over Under Pod this Wednesday. We've got high school basketball senior night. Tiffin Columbian versus Clyde this Friday night right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. That's going to do it. Thanks again. Share the video. Have a good night.